Alright, moving on to section 13.2, recording employer payroll taxes. Taxes, that sounds fun, doesn't it? Alright, let's get into it. So first of all, employer payroll taxes. Employer Social Security and Medicare taxes. We've got Social Security first. It's calculated at 6.2% of employee earnings up to a maximum of $106,800 in each calendar year. Then we have Medicare. That should actually be bumped out a little bit, sorry. It should be a little, equal with Social Security. Medicare is calculated at 1.45% of total employee earnings with no maximum. The federal unemployment tax is a federal tax paid by employers to administer the unemployment program, and it's called the federal unemployment tax, commonly referred to as FUTA. 0.8% on the first $7,000 earned by each employee, and it's calculated by multiplying 0.008. So remember, you move the decimal over 2. 0.008 times the FUTA earnings. And these calculations get a little tricky, so we'll go through them, and then it'll also be on your work together. The state unemployment tax, commonly referred to as SUTA, a state tax paid by the employers that is used to pay benefits to unemployed workers. It's called the state unemployment tax, commonly referred as SUTA. Going back. Federal tax paid by employers to administer the unemployment program. So it's actually a smaller amount of money that the federal unemployment tax is collecting. The state is much higher because it pays the actual employees, unemployed workers. And it's 5.4% on the first $7,000 earned by each employee. So you do 0.054 times FUTA earnings. That's not a typo. It's 0.054 times the FUTA earnings. Alright, so let's look at this. We've got all of our employees, our prior accumulated earnings. Let's see. The difference between FUTA tax base and accumulated earnings. I actually need to get a calculator out here, so hold on. Sorry. Let's make that a little smaller. Okay, a little awkward here. But I need the calculator. Okay. So if I remember this right, we do 7,000 minus the amount of money, the prior accumulated earnings. And when you get a negative number, you place 0 in this blank. Let's try it with the next one. So we just did John Butler. Let's try Anthony Feng. So 7,000 minus 5,260. We get a positive 1,740, which is what we put right here. Okay? And I could keep going. As long as the number's positive, a number goes here. See, these would be negative, so no number, positive. Alright, so enter the earnings for the current pay period. Okay, that's the current pay period. And then the FUTA earnings are the smaller of the two. Look at these two right here. You plug in the smaller number right there, and then you add it all up. Crazy, I know. Alright. Journalizing employer, I need to go back into presentation, sorry. There we go. Journalizing employer payroll taxes. We have December 15th, recorded employer payroll taxes, $757.01 for the semi-monthly pay period. Taxes owed are given with a memorandum. Let's write them all down. Okay, in the T tables, we've got everything written down. Okay, remember Social Security and Medicare are paid twice, once by the employer, once by the employee, so that's why they're written here twice. Alright, so the date, payroll taxes, expense, the memorandum, and it's a debit, $757.01. And then we need to list all of these. You need to remember these titles. We're going to keep using them. And these are all the numbers from the previous slide. I'm going to go back and show you the previous slide. There they all are. 500, 117, 17, 121. 500, 117, 17, 121. Go through these again. Alright, and that was it. So what is the tax rate 3 Green must pay on employees for each of the following taxes? Social Security is 6.2 with a maximum. Medicare 1.45, FUTA 0.8, SUTA 5.4. Okay, those were all listed in the lesson. What is the amount of each employee's earnings that is subject to federal and state unemployment tax? $7,000. The first $7,000.